Democrats aren't ashamed to come out as inconsistent hypocrites because there aren't any consequences. Welcome to the Jason Rantz Show, presented by None Better Tax Resolution. Legislators in the House unanimously passed a bill changing the age to get married to 18. Currently under the law, a 17-year-old can marry an adult of any age with parental consent. Kids below 17 can get married to an adult with court approval. Now, I imagine the latter had to do with religious beliefs, but neither happen all that often in Washington. But this does make sense to have a new bill that, in this case, sailed through. Folks were ready for this new reality. But hold up. It sailed through the House before getting stalled in the Senate. It didn't even get a hearing. So why is that? I spoke with State Representative Skyler Root of Walla Walla. He couldn't figure it out himself.
I'm not sure I have an answer for you because it sailed through the House unanimously. I didn't hear any concerns or objections over it on the House side, and then it goes to the Senate and doesn't even get a public hearing, which is kind of the minimum that most bills get.
Now, I actually think I know why it stalled. Senate Democrats realized passing it would confirm what most normal people understand. Kids can't consent to marriage at 14. They're just kids. Why wouldn't Democrats want to admit that? Well, they just passed a bill that says a teen runaway, let's say she's also 14, can get gender surgeries without parental consent and without informing the parents of her whereabouts. That seems pretty extreme and dangerous. It doesn't just usurp parental powers, but it can destroy a kid for life by allowing a serious decision with serious consequences to go unquestioned by adults, encouraging kids to be their authentic selves as determined by a kid's confusion over gender that a manipulative adult will help nudge in one direction. In Washington, minors can't buy guns, or smoke cigarettes, or drink booze, or lay in a tanning bed, or get tattoos, or earn a life sentence for a mass murder committed one day before they turn 18. But they can get a mastectomy at 13 without parental consent while living in a youth shelter. House Democrats forgot that they backed that extremist, politically driven bill, and the Senate Democrats, they were there to save them some face. And of course, the media won't call it out. Jason Rantz here with Greg Nunn, your local tax expert and advocate. Greg, thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, Jason, great to be with you again and talk about these tax issues.
Okay, so why should anyone in trouble with the IRS contact you immediately?
The sooner the better, because it's so much easier to deal with an IRS situation at the beginning than when you're getting toward the end and they're getting very aggressive. And at the same time, it takes that pressure off of you sooner and gives you that peace of mind that, hey, no more fear of going to the mailbox because I'm here helping you.
So by connecting with you, can you assure people that they won't have the IRS on their doorstep or calling them nonstop?
When you have representation, you definitely do not want to talk to the IRS ever, and you don't have to. You are protected by statute, by law, that when you have representation, they have to deal with your representative. And I am acting in your best interest when I'm dealing with the IRS, and I tell you, you don't want to talk to them, it'll just stress you out.
Greg, thank you so much. That was really, really helpful.
Hey, it's my pleasure, and I just really hope that what I've said helps some people that are in tax difficulty.
If you're having trouble with the IRS, then call Greg Nunn. Greg might be able to negotiate a settlement for up to 85% off the original amount owed, including penalties and interest. Call Greg Nunn today. Did you like this video? We have a whole lot more over at ktth.com.